Hello, welcome to Asian Petrol. It is August 29th here in Korea. It's about 6:46 p.m. So good evening to you guys. So we have another car for a night drive. Today we have 2019 Kia Carnival, as you can see. It is also sold as Kia Sedonas in United States and many North American markets. I really wanted to show you. And our tester has 2.2 liter diesel engine, made it to 8-speed automatic. We'll go for a drive pretty soon. And actually it handled very nice. Please refer to our daytime review, which we'll upload pretty soon. We're gonna upload the nighttime review probably in 2 days, and then upload the daytime review probably next Monday. Okay, so and before we begin, please do support us by subscribing to our channel and also hit the bell notification so you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Thank you guys. And I forgot again to turn on the turn signal. All right guys, okay, let's start with the rear design. It's got LED combination tail lamp. Let me show you this side. LED combination tail lamp. This is actually the turn signal, and that's for the reverse. So that's what turn signal looks like. Okay, so it's got license plate, Kia logo, windshield wiper. It's got reflector on the bottom, parking sensors, and also diffuser on the bottom. You know, this is a minivan, but you know, they still put diffuser on the back. Okay, and here in Korea, Kia selling Sedonas or Carnivals here in Korea with 3 different seating configurations, 7, 9, and 11. Our tester has 9 seats actually. We got 2, 2, 2, and there's one here, 3. So do you see it? 2, 2, 2, 3. This third row seat is all the way to the back, and when you do set it up like this, there's no legroom for the 4th passenger. So, and you know, if you have the 4th row seat up, there's no trunk. So I just like to call this car as a 6th passenger because, you know, there's no points. You need some trunk space as well. This is autumn here in Korea, so some leaves. There's also you know, fire hydrant for your car, and 12-volt charging, all that good stuff. So why don't we move to the front? Okay, yes, it's of course got the power sliding trunk. Okay, like I said, our tester has 2.2 liter. Hold on, let me just give the key to the car. And like I said, our tester has 2.2 liter diesel. Let me just move away because I know it's too loud. It's got a, what do you call it? Full LED, not full LED, except for the turn signal. Everything is LED. It's got LED, DRL, it's got headlamp, ice cube type, fog lamp. Let me also turn that on. So there. So there's the ice cube type fog lamp here. And it's got actually new grille for 2019 year model. It used to be just straight line, but now they have also divided up vertically like so. Some cameras for the surround view monitors, Kia logo. Okay, so that's what it looks like. So I can't really see, so I'm going to post some pictures of it. Okay. Okay, this is what the key fob looks like. Now engine is on, so it's not going to open, but you can use the key fob to open it, or just pull on the lever to open the car. Okay, just press that to close it. So this is what the interior looks like. You know, this is minivan, so it's very nice touch. They have sunshade, manual but sunshade for the side, and the window itself is very, very large. I love the view out of this large window. I think it's one of the nicest feature for this big minivan. It's got 3-stage heated seats for the second row passengers, one USB charging port and one 220 volt charging, and some storage area, and the bottom one is also very nice. So cup holders here. This got walk-in device, map pockets here, and also you can also control the climate control from the back here for the rear passengers. Okay, so I'm just going to turn it off. There's air vents on the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so even back seat is pretty comfortable. Let me just show you. You know, this is not so bad, but like I said, there's no room for the fourth row passengers because, you know, we push it down, screw it all the way back. Okay, so there's cup holders on each side, but only one USB charging port. I'm not sure why they didn't put one here, you know. They also gave rear passengers rear sunshade as well, so it's a pretty nice place to be. And there's an optional dual sunroof on the top, and actually quite amazing, both of them opens. You see that? Also the front one opens, so it's a very nice place. You know, my dad owns 2017 Kia Carnival, and my kids love it. You know, they just like to feel the wind. So this is actually, you know, usually only the front one opens and the back one only has the shade actually, but this one actually opens both. So when you do close, you have to do it manually. Okay, now let's this is what it looks like from the second row seats, the interior. Now let me go and show you from the first row. Okay, so this is what the interior looks like from the first row seats. Soft touching materials on the top portion and on the top portion, but hard plastic, hard plastic, hard plastic. But you know, nice leather and simulated wood on the top, so it's pretty nice. Simulated wood trim right here, and you know, it's really got the big side mirrors. I really like that. It's quite amazing. And you know, it's got analog gauges on each side. Do you see that? Analog gauges on each side with LCD screen in the middle, so that looks pretty nice, giving lots of information to the driver. And to the right, we also have 8-inch infotainment screen. It's actually same size as the Kia Stinger, but because the car is so large, the actual screen looks a bit small. And it's got red lights, you know, just like the old Kias. It's got red lights, tri-zone climate control, 1, 2, and 1 for the back. So it's and climate and media controls are made of physical buttons, you know, so it's really easy to operate, and it feels great too. And it's got a Carell sound system. You know, this sounds pretty good. You know, so it's a pretty nice system. And you know, this guy got adaptive cruise control and many of the driving aids they just have added for the 2019 year model. And you know, this guy got also wireless charging pad with auxiliary and USB, and it's got a boot type gear selector here. Just gotta pull it left, go plus and minus. Okay, so that's also nice thing. Let's see, it's also got heated steering wheel, 3-stage heated and ventilation seats right here. So it's got active echo. It's only got 2 drive modes, echo or normal. So I just drove it in normal today. And it's got a surround view monitor system. You gotta go into drive to show you. So it provides, you know, various angles like this. Yes, it's system, you know, newer cars of Hyundai have better resolution spots. You know, it's pretty okay. And you can also open your trunk. Oh, because it was on drive, it wouldn't do that. So you can also open the trunk like this, or open your side doors like that from this button. Okay, so we close it again, so it's very simple. And close the trunk lid from back here. So it's actually very roomy inside. Because it's a minivan, it's got tons of storage areas. It's got 2 cup holders here, dual map pockets here. You know, there's one big, oh, that's okay. So I thought my GoPro died. Okay, so it's got a big cubby storage area under the armrest. This is actually for the sunglass holder, because they didn't have space to put it here. They just have you know, talking room here on the bottom. Okay, so you also have a big large glove box and one on the top, and I don't know if you can see it, but there's also space on to the right of the gear selector. So it's got everything here, so it's got lots of things going on here. So it's a very nice place to be, and it's got tons of storage areas. So I think I showed you everything, so why don't we go for a drive now? All right, guys. Okay, so like I said, surround view monitor. It's a, you know, it's a big car, so I think it's a must-have item in this kind of large vehicle. It's very helpful in, you know, small, tight parking spots. Okay, so, and this is, let me just show you, this is with the fog lamp, without the fog lamp. I mean the other way. And this is high beam, so it makes a big difference, right, guys? So let me just pay. So this guy has auto hold, so I don't have to be pressing on the brakes. That's very nice in city driving, because there's lots of traffic here in Korea. Okay, so let's go drive. And it also got auto hold. I didn't know, but all right, let's go for a drive. What about the visibility? Well, this is a big minivan, so many people would think it would be hard to drive, but actually it's not. You kind of sort of sit up high like this, so you know, it's got the commanding view, and you know, it's got very large side mirrors, so it's very easy to see out of, and it's got big windows, you know, all around, so it's very easy to see out of. It's actually very pleasant to drive, and you know, very easy to drive. So so that's about the visibility. Let's make a right here. Can you make a left here? I don't think you can. So how does this 2.2 liter diesel feel? Well, if you have driven diesels before, it's great when you're cruising down like this, but you know, when it's on idling, let me just show you pretty soon, it's 4-cylinder diesel engine, so you will notice and feel vibration and noise coming from the engine room. See, they got it down pretty nicely, but you know, it's certainly there. So but you know, here in Korea, Kia also sells Sedona with 3.3 liter gasoline engine. It's actually GDI engine, so if you don't like noise and vibration coming from 4-cylinder diesel engine, you know, that should be another great choice, because you know, it's a 4-cylinder diesel, so you will feel noise and vibration coming from the engine, but it provides, you know, very good power. even for this large minivan. And remember, I asked you through the Kia Mojave review whether you guys like the white lights or red lights. This guy certainly has the old Kia red lights. So guys, let me know. No Siri, which one is your favorite? No Siri. Okay, so let me know through the comment section which you guys like better, white or red. You know, this is white, this is red. So, you know, I like white better. It's my personal preference. So guys, let me know what do you guys think about it, okay? Some makeup mirrors actually can be also be adjusted this way, so it's pretty nice. Okay, so this guy also has adaptive cruise control with a stop and go functionality. So I'm just gonna set the speed to, let's say, 60, and we have some cars stopped ahead of us, and let's see what it does. And it's going to completely stop on its own. If the lead car goes in within 5 seconds, it will follow, but if it exceeds more than 5 seconds, it will say use switch or pedal to accelerate. I'm just gonna, when the car goes, I'm just gonna press on the pedal, and it follows the car again. So it's very useful, even not only during the long distance trips, but also in the you know, congested areas. So that's very nice. So I'm going to turn it off. So this guy also has a cross traffic alert. It will let you know on the side mirror and also through the sound. So very good. Looks like we still have lots of cars going back home. So how's this 2.2 liter diesel? Well, you know, it's a very nice system. It's very also efficient as well. It returned 24 miles per gallon in the city driving, and it also returned like 38 miles per gallon on the highway cruising, 90 to 100 kilometers per hour. So it's a very nice system. Once it starts rolling, you know, you can hardly feel vibration or noise, and the cabin is quite, you know, pretty quiet. So I think it will go very nicely for on your long distance traveling. The seats are very comfortable, and you know, even at night, the gauge cluster is, you know, easy on your eyes. You know, that's probably maybe they use red lights, but you know, white is fine too for me. So, and the tester also has 8-speed automatic. You know, it's got no paddle shifters, but you gotta use the boot gear selector. And you know, it's a minivan, but it shifts quite nicely. So I had no complaints. You know, it changed the gears very nicely and smoothly, and also eagerly. So I have no complaints about the 8-speed automatic. Very nice. And how about the turbo setup is a little bit another story. It seems to give everything it's got on the very first moment. So it can be a little bit rough when you do give it a lots of gas. You know, nowadays Hyundai and Kia, they divide the turbo and spread it all the way across the RPM, but this guy just you know, just gives it at the moment. So I don't really like that. But other than that, it's when you give it a go smoothly, it really pulls this heavy minivan nicely. So I like that. You know, it's not that noisy once it gets going. So it's very nice. Feels very stable too. And handling wise, you have to look at my daytime review, because I was also a little bit concerned about the handling of this car, because you know, There's my favorite corner. I also took it to the Carnival, to that place, and it managed to handle very nicely, so you must check it out. Actually, this guy actually handled very nice. It's actually better than some of the SUVs, so I was very surprised myself. So it's a very nice car, very easy going. You can have like 6 people back there, going camping, your family meetings and so forth. So that's actually the one on the right side. That's actually a Carnival with high limousine. They have a higher ceilings. They sell it like that from the factory. So that's another. That's what it looks like from the night. Okay. You see on the top they have a little hump on the top to give it higher ceilings. So they call it a high limousine. So Carnival also feels very stable even on high speed. Yep. There's the camera detector. Don't want to get a ticket. This guy got electric steering system. It feels very stable when you're driving, fast like this even. But I was quite surprised because, it felt a little bit heavy on low speed, especially in the parking lot. So I was like, maybe this is something that, ladies would not like because, should be a little bit lighter, I think. So let me just show you how it handles. It handles pretty nice, like I told you. Very nice. It's wearing Continental tires, 235, 55, 19 on front and back, and it's really giving nice grip to this minivan. And for some reason, it stopped very well too, from 60 miles to 0. It took only 115 feet actually. That's like a Stinger level. So maybe because Kia also makes a Stinger, maybe they really wanted this minivan to stop nicely too. Not sure. Okay, now let's give it some go. So this 2.2 liter diesel really pushes this minivan nicely off the line. It makes 202 horsepower and 325 pound-feet of torque. And the best part is its peak torque starts as early as 1750 RPM. So it's a heavy minivan, but it really pushes the car nice off the line. So I really like it, It's got a good amount of power. So it also feels very stable. It's got electric steering system. It also feels very stable, like this too. But I was a little bit surprised because it felt a little bit heavy on low speeds, especially on parking lots and so forth. So it's a minivan, so everybody should be driving it, comfortably. So I was a little bit surprised. Maybe they should make it, a little bit lighter on low speed and stable like this. This is good on high speed. So I wish they just make it a little bit lighter on low speeds. So yeah. And one other complaint is on the 4th row they put one USB charging port, but why not put both, 2 on each side. So when you drive even fast like this, you don't hardly hear wind noise. Rather you hear tire noise coming from the bottom, but it's quite actually very quiet inside. So this should be very good long distance traveler. And like I said, it also handles very nicely. Good brakes too, good brakes. Although it feels heavy, The brakes also holds it very nicely. Ooh, somebody got into accident. Alright guys, this has been another night drive with 2019 Kia Sedona or Carnivals here in Korea with 2.2 liter diesel engine. Hope you guys like it. We'll also upload the daytime review as soon as possible. And before you leave, please do support us by subscribing to our channel and also hit the bell notification so you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Thank you guys and good night.